Hello. Today I'm going to walk you through creating your very first AI agent skill directly in Antigravity. And then we'll see why this is the most efficient and effective way to extend your agent capabilities today. So what are agent skills? Agent skills are an open source standard that Anthropic introduced just a few months ago. The idea is very simple. Give your agent focused, reusable capabilities as efficiently as possible. This can help when working with things like PDF files, Excel documents, and even doing things like image conversions. Now, sure, you can pull off a lot of this using system instructions or custom MCP servers, but skills are really about keeping things simple and efficient. Instead of an agent having to chew through complex system instructions or analyzing a bunch of MCP server tools, the only thing that's analyzed inside of an agent skill is the name and description. This gives far less context for the agent to process, which will result in faster processing time and consuming less tokens. Skills use what's called progressive disclosure, which basically means it only reads what it needs when it needs it. So it starts with the name and description and only reads further into the agent skill if it is going to be executed. And one of the things I like best about agent skills is that they're cross-platform. You build an agent skill once for anti-gravity, you can use that exact same skill in Claude, Cursor, or even VS Code. In this video, I'll walk you through building your very first agent skill for anti-gravity. Then we'll see how to execute it using the agent provided. Let's jump in and get started building our first agent skill. Okay, I've now jumped into anti-gravity, and the first thing to point out is that unlike other IDEs like VS Code, where you would have to go in and enable agent skills, in anti-gravity, agent skills are enabled by default, so just make sure you have the latest edition of anti-gravity. You should be good to go. I just have a general project open here that I was working on, and there's two places that you can put agent skills. The first one is going to be in your workspace, which you can have workspace level scope, and you can also put these at a profile level, so it'll have a more global scope across different workspaces. So you can see those here. This is from the documentation, and you can choose where you would like to place those. In this case, we're going to put them right here in this workspace. So to get started, I'm going to come over to my folder here and create a new folder, .agent, and then I want to call it /skills. And inside here, I'm going to create another folder, actually, and this is going to be the name of the agent skill I'm going to create. I'm going to call this Game of Chess. Now inside there is where I'm going to create my agent folder, and it has to be called SKILL.md. And if you look at the casing of everything, it's very particular on what everything is called. Inside of here, inside this Game of Chess folder, you can have other folders as well. So inside of here, some of the other folders you can have includes a scripts folder where you could have Python, Bash, or Node scripts that can be referenced here in the SKILL.md file. You can also have references, which could be things like document templates or other reference items. And the third folder that you can have in here are assets, where if you had logos and images that you wanted to leverage, those could be stored there as well. Those would be all under this Game of Chess folder. And the spec for outlining these agents, it outlines all the different file folders and types that you can have in there. But we're keeping this simple since we're just going to create our first skill here. Now I'm going to jump into my skills.md file, and here's where I'm going to give it a name, and it's giving me AutoSense here. So it's coming up and automatically saying the Game of Chess. Now the name of the skill has to match the folder structure exactly, and a skill to return a game choice when someone is playing the game. Perfect. And I'm going to come down here, and this is where you'd outline what you want to do and what you want to say inside of your file. So this would be the actions that are going to occur for the skill. And I'm just going to simply respond, would you prefer a good game of chess? Anytime the user asks to play a game. So I'm going to go ahead and save this file. Okay, now let's jump over here and let's ask this agent what agent skills are available. What agent skills do you have access to? And we'll simply see if it can find this agent skill that we just created. And it sees that it has that agent skill. You see it's looking in our .agent.skills folder, just as we would expect. And it is trying to go out and it's giving a file permission when it's trying to look for my profile level skills, which I'm not sure why, but that's okay. The purpose of this is to create this agent skill at our workspace level. And it does say there are tasks, and it did find our game of chess. So let's go ahead and say here, let's play a game of poker. And I spelled it wrong, but I think it's going to understand what I was getting at. And see, it comes back pretty quickly there and says, wouldn't you prefer a good game of chess? So this was just a trivial example to show you how to create these agent skills. If you are having problems with the agent skills, check your name and description. Make sure that they are legal according to the specifications. And then make sure the folder structure is named correctly and the skills.md file is there and named correctly as well. It tends to be a little finicky for that. Now, some other good uses I found with the skills is to do validation after you've created your files. So rather than use system instructions to do like workflow validation or validation on files that not everybody creates all the time, you could use a agent skill that then would say, I want to validate this workflow, for example, and then apply your corporate standards to that workflow and specify it name by name review of those files. Now, we don't have to create all these skills ourselves. We jump over here to GitHub. The Anthropic's GitHub repository does have some skills that are already created for us. As I've mentioned, these skills can be interchanged against multiple IDEs and agents, so you just simply move those folders. Now, the location that you put them in, the folder structure, that does vary by IDE, so watch out for that. But the code itself should be totally exchangeable. Here under skills, you can see they have a whole bunch of pre-built skills for us: doc skills, PDF skills, PowerPoint skills. Anything you would probably need is probably already here, and you could be able to leverage these as a starting point. They're a little more in-depth than the example that we just did here. Also, the specs on the agentskills.io is a good place to reference as well, where we'll outline all the folder structures, naming standards, and everything like that you would need to know. So with that, it concludes our demo here with just a super simple example of how to create your first agent skill in Antigravity. If you liked this, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe, and check out some of my other videos related to working with AI in your IDE. Thank you, and take care.